off of social media for over 7 months, almost 8 months, but I'm about to come back live. This was not even planned at all, but I have a lot to say, and if you're not there on the live, just make sure you watch the replay.
Thank you, guys. Oh, she's saying the same thing she told the cops. Listen, we're not here to diss her. We're not here to diss her. I'm just hoping that she tells us what she plans to do with Marvon. And Jelly, are you going to show us what she's doing?
I sent you the link. It's in your text. The link is in your text. She's live. That's the link.
I'm blocked.
You know, like, why would you do that?
She never did.
To your son. That's his location.
She never did. She never did.
And there's people that
She never. She's a liar. She's a.
Right here, Dre claims that Letitia put out Marvon's location, and Molly is denying, saying that that's not true. I adjusted the volume in various parts because it gets really loud.
And saying that, you know, acting like he's gonna go to the bath for Vaughn.
Liar.
Vaughn still has his phone. I logged into Vaughn's Facebook thing. He literally just tried friend request him recently because he was on the top of my husband's friend request.
This liar.
Tried to get involved with clout. That's how desperate people were to act like they really cared about Vaughn. Like, they absolutely showed no love to him. If anybody ever cared about Vaughn, you would know how much he loves and adores, and how much his family is his whole entire world. And me, our relationship, it's hard. It's hard to describe.
Hold on, I got to see this face.
It's so obvious when you see videos of me and Vaughn. Look at the way he looks at me.
Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up.
You know, like, why would you do that?
She never did.
To your son. That's his location. Right?
She never did. She never
And
did.
there's people that
She's a liar. She's a liar. She's a fucking liar.
And saying that, you know, acting like he's gonna go to the bath for Vaughn.
Liar.
Vaughn still has his phone. I logged into Vaughn's Facebook thing. He literally just tried friend request him recently because he was on the top of my husband's friend request.
This fucking liar.
Tried to get involved with me.
She's such a liar.
I looked that bad. Like, I should have just let him go because this is what he wanted. Are you kidding me?
Really? Really? Really?
Molly, you said that your mom was concerned about your face drooping prior, and I haven't seen it do that in a little while, but it looks like it's doing it in this. No shade.
His mom did go stay down.
She did. She's right.
It was crazy. But for 3 days, I didn't go to see Vaughn because I was worried of my safety.
Oh, please.
And then she told me, you gotta go there. Even if you pull up in your vehicle and you ask them to have security escort
Oh, please.
inside, then do that. And I would take a taxi to go visit my husband every day. Those 3 days that I didn't see him, he declined so much.
What? What?
Around, and they were very
Don't change the subject.
Open, barely.
Wait,
Not just up-
she's changing the subject.
Happened, but it took 2 months for his eyes to fully open. Vaughn's eyes are fully open, like, all the way.
What is she?
The way he looks at me, still with hearts in his eyes.
No.
But I'll get there in a minute.
Okay, get back to what you were saying.
Vaughn's eyes shut all the way. After those 3 days, his eyes weren't open no more. His heart rate was normally in the 70s, low 80s. He was.
Oh my God, this girl.
130s, I think, the first day that as I felt.
It's all about her. It really
I was
is.
so much more scared of
Me.
I love with all my hair.
Me.
I love with all my hair.
Me.
From that time
Can we get
on,
back to him?
for weeks, I would park a mile away and take a taxi to the hospital to go see my husband.
Taxi, huh? Who takes taxis these
In
days?
a few days,
Such a fucking liar.
And after that, I vowed I'm never, ever leaving his side again.
Yeah, sure. What?
And the
Are you with him now?
I have left his side was because I had to make sure that my girls were protected.
Yeah, sure you did.
And I had to go to court out of town.
Who wants to?
Has he said a word since it happened? I mean, is he?
It's her business, in my opinion, what she chooses to do as far as continuing his care or not.
And I'm just like, dude, no one can take us seriously. And I'm losing interest in her. I haven't made a video about her in a while. I really haven't. I've lost it with her. I've lost interest. I've lost interest. She's not my favorite topic. I think what happened with her husband is very, very sad. And the way she treats people is like shit. She's a disgusting person to me.
Yeah, witness. Some of you guys said you should wait because her husband has a brain injury. She said she's living her best life, so she's good. What?
You said it. No, you said it, honey.
When you see me smiling, it's not because I'm without a struggle.
You said it.
Internally and physically. No. My life completely changed. Never in a million years could you have told me what my life would have been like. Ever. Ever. And never. You can't say you care for Vaughn and you do this to me.
No one's stopping you, girl. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. You know what? You know what, sweetheart? Do what you gotta do. There's an idiot born every fucking day. Do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna be stopping you.
so I can bring my baby home, I'm gonna go and get either an ambulance or a van with a gurney access. And I'm gonna buy a gurney. I've already been looking online and shopping for some. And when Ron gets out and I get him home, I'm gonna take him my damn self to his hyperbaric oxygen chamber therapy appointments so that he can get the help that he needs. Before paradise comes, then I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna continue to fight for him.
How did we lie about her?
I
I
mean,
know I didn't. What lie did I make up?
I'll be the. I cannot imagine. I've never seen anyone take pictures of their husband seizing in the back of a car, seizing in their bed for the world to see. I've never seen something like that. I mean, it is so disturbing.
She is such a fraud. To me, I don't believe her. She is not giving me one reason to believe her. And my instincts are pretty, I'm usually right about everything. This is 100% a cash grab. She wants to see, she's testing the waters to see who her suckers are. And yes, there's a sucker born every day.
I'm going to include this clip from the Missing Puzzle Pieces YouTube channel. It definitely changed the context for me of the video that circulated of her in the bedroom with him having seizures, and really just kind of showed me that she just shared everything with her audience, whether right or wrong. She was extremely scared that night, and I actually have a video compiled of other clips put together that shows that he was entirely in control of what he was taking, what he wasn't taking, what he was doing, whether or not he wanted to go to the doctor or not, all of that. That she had mentally manipulated him is a perception that was put out, in my opinion. And people are entitled to feel that way. However, I think that one side was so widely spread that because there was nothing else out there, people really weren't able to draw any other conclusion. If they didn't come to that conclusion, then they kind of just ignored what was happening, which is kind of what I did, and I feel guilty for that, actually. Because even when making the video that I have on my phone, but I haven't uploaded, I tried finding just his birth date, and I was just inundated with negative reporting. I couldn't even find Marvan's birthday. Let's take a look and let me know if it at all broadens your mindset on this situation or this scenario specifically. Or even if it doesn't. It too, unfortunately, exhibits the mental and physical anguish she was going through, in my opinion.
Today was really scary because, and just a reminder, what happens here stays here. Like, literally just a few minutes. And I would say, maybe less than 20 minutes after I got off live, everything went down. He went to the bathroom, and then, I don't remember what I went to go tell him. But he was looking down and looking just really depressed. And I knew he was about to have a seizure. So I grabbed his hand and I was like, baby, why don't you come lay down with me? Let's go to the bed. Or I think before I said, hey baby, what do you want to do? And then he's like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, well, why don't you come lay down on the bed? So he starts walking and then just busts out crying, I'm so lost. I don't know what to do. I'm so lost. And crying hard. And I'm like, it's okay, baby, come on. We'll just go sit down. And then he's just hysterical. And so he's just, he's shaking and he's like, I don't know where I am. And then he looks at me and he's like, who are you? And I'm like, baby, I'm your wife. And he's like, where am I? And he's looking around the room. And I'm like, it's okay. You're safe. You're at home. This is your bed. And he was like, I want my grandpa, his grandpa is the one that raised him, right? And so then I'm like, you know what, baby, we're going to see him soon. We're going to be in paradise. He is going to be there waiting for us. It's just us that has to go to him. I'm trying to calm him down. And I'm trying to talk to him. And I don't remember how we started talking about I don't know how Raza got brought up. I think I was saying something about how Taraz loves you or something. I don't know what I said. He's like, who's Taraz? And I was like, baby, you know who Taraz is? You know what? You know your middle name is Taraz. You got it from Marvan, which is his dad. He's like, because I didn't want to say that's your son because I don't want to shock him, because already he's in a state of not knowing anything. So I don't want to shock him And so I'm just trying to, comfort him. After he was able to calm down, like, I put a minky blanket on him and like put pressure on him to try to like comfort him, you know, not hard, kind of like a weighted blanket or whatever. And then he calmed down to the point of like falling asleep. He like wakes up from his short nap and then he's like, I don't know where I am, and just starting to cry. He's like, something's bad, I don't feel right, something bad is happening to me. Like, he's just, and he's grabbing his head. He's like, something's not right. And I felt like he's about to have a seizure. So I run and I get the cayenne pepper and I'm like, baby, I'm gonna put this under your tongue, okay? Like, lift up your tongue. He wasn't able to lift it, so I grabbed his tongue and I put it under. And then all of a sudden he like stopped. And then, you know how when you have a seizure, there are like electrical discharges in the head, right? So I think that the cayenne pepper prevented him from like going full-blown seizure, but the electrical discharges were still going off while he was awake. Like, it was like from a horror film. It was so bad, but it was like, it's not a horror film, this is really happening. Like, what the F do I do, you know? But I'm trying to be calm, and I've been praying. I had asked him, like, baby, do you want me to take you to the hospital? And he was like, firm no, which I don't want to take him there either, you know? Like, I can't imagine how much more we're shaped, you know? Especially last time, with him being racially profiled, like, that was like really, really bad. So then, you know, I ended up sitting with him and I put his head on my chest and I'm like, baby, listen to my heartbeat. You know whose heartbeat that is? And I'm like, that's yours, because my heart beats for you. And I am here and you are safe. You are loved. You are protected. And I said, repeat after me. And I keep saying, I am safe. My body is healthy. My brain works perfectly. My body works perfectly. Jehovah is helping me. Like all kinds of affirmations. So I'm saying this while he's repeating it, and he was focusing on my words, and it was good because it was distracting him. But then he starts breaking down crying. So then I just start saying, you are safe, you are loved, you are protected. Those are the only 3 things that I said, and I said that over and over again, and it calmed him down to the point of going to bed. It happened again, where he was getting ready to have a seizure, and you could tell he was like getting all loopy, and his face just drops on like the bed, and like his eyes were just closing, and I'm like, fudge, he's about to have one. So I dipped my finger in the cayenne pepper again, and I put it directly under his tongue, and it looked like he wanted to throw up, so I run and I get a bucket. So I'm pretty sure like it burned a little bit. He looked like he had to throw up, but he ended up not, and it calmed him down enough to where I think it took him out of it, but he was still so lost and emotional. So I just rocked him to sleep, or like pat him with those three things that I said until he went to bed. And he's been asleep since. But that was so scary. Like, him not knowing where he was, who I was, who his son was, you know, and saying, I want my parents. This is just further proof to me that all of this is stemming from his childhood, because all he wanted was his mom and his dad. And I am gonna get his grandma out here. Like, I know we had decided not to, but I think he really needs his grandma right now. It was crazy. So, I didn't make my verdolagas. I didn't do a lot of the things I wanted to do. And I'm trying to let that go, I promise you. And I need to just focus on this. I need my husband to be well. I just know I need to not let him feel my emotions and what I'm feeling. I need to make sure that tomorrow I am of sound mind so that I can help him and keep him calm. And you know, it's really sad. It's just really sad that he had all that, you know. He is a happy, loving, fun person. But it's sad that people did him so bad in his life, so bad, that it has manifested into seizures. Isn't that some messed up crap? That this is all the work of other people?
Because I see social media, I was out.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to email back and forth.
Yeah.
There is no,
Mm.
we're going at each other. There's going to be no drama. You are going to be whoever, and it's not a single person. Many influencers,
Yeah.
creators have tried to tarnish my name.
Yeah.
And all sides.
We use what you gave us.
God, this is my income. This
Yeah.
is what I've been doing for 5 years.
Yeah.
So allow me a safe.
We use what you gave us, Dre. No one came after your job. Not any of us. Not me. Not me. I never went after your job. I used what you gave us. You don't even know what delusions of grandeur is. So yeah, if you're going to talk about a lawsuit, I hope you're rich as fuck. It's going to take a lot of money, sweetheart. And if this girl was trying to
Nobody
allude to a lawsuit, which Flavor is over here, do you know how much?
Yeah, she misunderstands Flavor's title that was like lawsuits oh my or something, but was regarding probably the Amber Channel or something. So she goes on a tangent, and Justin finally explains to her that Flavor, well, more directly, because he kind of mentions it, but then ends up saying, so that she really knows that it wasn't directed towards her or related to DreMcCray, that the title had nothing to do with this scenario, and she'd been live prior, and then Dre started streaming, so Flavor started streaming her.
Money, she would be bankrupt. She would be bankrupt because my countersuit would be fucking fierce. Just mine alone. We'd all be countersuing.
You realize that if he's in a trigger state, he's going to get better or he's going to have a seizure.
Wait a second. Wait a second, sweetie. Hold on 1 second. Wait a second. You said that he was in this triggered state. He didn't have a wallet. He wanted a sandwich. He wanted a pizza. He didn't have a computer. He wanted to stay at a hotel. You put him there, not me. Not all these creators. We haven't been talking about your husband. We haven't been talking about you lately.
You just played the body cam from that day. What do you mean?
She doesn't even know what delusions of grandeur are. Did you hear her say that? Do you know what delusions of grandeur are? Delusions of grandeur are like when somebody thinks that like they're like the queen of something. They're like the queen of something.
From WebMD, delusions of grandeur, a serious mental illness where you can't tell the difference between what's real and what's not. False beliefs, or one of the more common ones, is when you believe that you have more power, wealth, smarts, or other grand traits than is true. Some delusions might be about events that possibly could have happened but actually didn't or were exaggerated. Other delusions are clearly bizarre, such as insisting that an alien lives in your fridge. Symptoms. Even some health people can hold unreasonable high opinions of themselves, but unlike them, someone with grandiose delusions is unshakably convinced that their delusions are true. I don't think Dre has that. I just think she's optimistic and has that, like, manifest it, and it will be kind of thinking.
They're delusional. They think that they're a clean queen, that they live this big luxurious life, that they're like something that they're totally not. Like, but they don't have the things that they think that they have. She's not of sound mind. Oh my God, this girl's crazy. Look at her, she still looks. What is this? I know people said that she was looking better. What is this? I know people said she looked better. That she was dating? Wow. No. Oh, the only reason I'm streaming Flavor is because she's the only person I knew that had this audio. I'm sorry for this wanted person who says that I'm invested in Flavor. No, sorry, Flavor, but you're the only one I know that streamed this. Sorry. Why is she saying lawsuits? This girl can't sue anybody. Come on, Flavor. She got the money. So wait, is she confirming that the Hershey, Pennsylvania? She's taking the words out of the Hershey, Pennsylvania cop that stood here and said that the whole hospital shut down. But wait. The VA hospital was way before she called the cops on me. Remember?
I mean, I don't know if the hospital shuts down for.
But that's what the cop said. She's using the cops' words. Do you guys remember when she called the cops? Because remember when I said, "Can somebody drive past that neighborhood where the mother was and see if they see a camper?" That's all I said. I never gave out an address.
You asked someone to drive by
my
your mom's house to see if there was a camera.
So you guys remember. You remember. She's taking the words out of the Hershey policy. He said nobody can get in there. He said the whole place is shut down. And he said, and they're bringing in agencies. Boom. Thank you. They're bringing in other agencies that shouldn't even be brought in. She lied about that. That's what she said. She's saying that we pose death threats on her. She said just a couple of minutes ago, she said that Letitia put out the address of where Marvon was at. No, she did not. She never did.
I never heard anyone that
ever. The only people that knew where Marvon was at was me and Justin. And the reason why is because the video of where he's at, if you take the video and you scroll up, you see the hospital of where it was taken. And I said, oh, shit. And it was only until this week that I told Wynette where it was at. This week.
Because he doesn't qualify for Altex, which is the long-term care insurance.
I don't believe you.
He's not covered.
I don't believe you.
I don't either. The military's going to pay for that.
So the VA comes and visits him. They still give him care. But no, they're not paying for this.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
I'm at the point now where
she thinks you people are idiots.
Hell, my husband is going back to that care facility for what they did to him. And I don't know what's worse, the person that did it or the fact that the other people there are sweeping it under the rug and trying to cover it when it's clear signs of abuse.
She's trying to pull a fast one.
I can't have my husband come in this RV. I need a home. In order to have a home, you have to show 3 months worth of pay stubs.
Building it up.
My pay stubs are not going to show that I can afford a place.
In my opinion, she's explaining why she's going to be coming back live, knowing people are going to give her a hard time about it.
And I need to come back.
What about their house?
Income.
Yeah, where's her jewelry? Where's her house? She's lying. She's liar.
And now that it is no longer safe for him to be in a place like this,
She's lying.
Is her house paid
I
off?
need to show.
Everything she's telling me, my instinct is telling me she's lying to everyone.
And right now it's not showing that. So
I don't fault her for making money.
any negative.
She's supposed to be the. She just got a reward.
Negative anything.
I don't fault her for making money. I bet
She's a top seller still.
Because that's
Right.
not healthy for me.
But the way
She's still a top seller.
You see, with all these lies, everybody, like so many people, try to get CPS involved, and they did. CPS thoroughly investigated my family.
I never called
They
them.
interviewed my children, and then they stopped by 3 different times. 3 different times.
I never called them.
No, we don't do that shit.
My children that work there because they seen what was happening online.
Don't speak for them.
The people dislocation, that's justice for him.
What's justice?
No one's touched anything.
Is justice putting him having seizures after seizures after seizures on video?
I know. With my history, I've been married 8 years.
We know your history. We watched it.
My husband,
You put it out there.
This platform that I found on social media, I know what he wouldn't want me to share and what he would.
Oh.
There were things that were shared that he would
She
share.
shared everything. Everything.
Yeah, they're gonna be fundraising. They're gonna tell you that they're trying to go after the creators. No, they're not.
My dad, like, dude, he's from Michoacan, Uruguapan. Like, he's from deep South Mexico. He came here, had a green card.
They're never, ever going to spend money on a lawyer. Ever.
26 years. Then he gets out. He works at the
It was
VA.
already established
And now
at
we
this
have another
point. She never mentions
And
doing
it was
that.
so sad that with the negativity that was spread, people wanted to come and drive by my parents' house because they knew that's where I was staying. People
She
wanted
wants
to
money.
protest outside my parents' house.
She wants money to live on. She's gonna say it's for a lawyer
Is an elderly woman.
to go after all the creators. She's not going after anybody. She has no
They
case.
take care of her.
She knows it.
She can't handle that. I'm sorry you served your country, and I'm sorry you're still serving your country.
Yes, and Bond served his country and couldn't afford a sandwich.
Stop me.
What?
I left, and I'm glad I did because I didn't want to bring that to my parents. They don't deserve that. My
No.
mother is a volunteer.
No.
Because of that. Back to my husband. My husband, after that facility, he didn't meet the qualifications.
You will not get a cent from
Thank you
me.
so much. The CEO was amazing.
I
She
doubt
didn't think
she'd
he was-
ask.
Not a
She
cent.
didn't
Just
feel comfortable
saying.
because she had a meeting with us mom.
Look at her eyebrows. Look at her makeup.
That's going to be talked about later also.
She's got money
But
for her
just the
alkaline
fact
water.
that I didn't have a lawyer, and so many people were saying I have a lawyer. No, I got off the internet because the internet was acting a fool. I was like, y'all crazy. I'm out. I
Yeah?
got real life.
And now you want money from us?
Us?
So while you guys are acting a fool,
You will not get a cent from us
no matter what.
for what you did to that man, for what you did to Letitia. You will not get a money.
So
I will give money to
I'm
Letitia.
back and forth. Have
Good, let them give her
very
money.
Simply because that's what we do. We live very simply. So we have enough. And I've been living off of our savings. It was hard finding a place to put my husband because I'm in an RV. This is not a place for a person in his condition to be in.
Go
So
home.
I made the month out of my savings
Yeah, sure.
every single month
Sure.
because he doesn't qualify for Altex, which is the long-term care insurance.
I don't believe you.
Arizona. He's not covered.
I don't believe
I
you.
don't either. The military's gonna pay for that.
So the VA comes and visits him. They still give him care,
Uh-huh.
but no, they're not paying for this.
You're a liar.
And
You're a
because
liar.
I'm at the point now where
She thinks you people are idiots.
hell, my husband is going back to that care facility
Huh?
for what they did to him. And I don't know what's worse, the person that did it or the fact that the other people there are sweeping it under the rug and trying to cover it when it's clear signs of abuse.
She's trying to pull a fast one.
I can't have my husband come in this RV. I need a home. In order to have a home, you have to show 3 months worth of pay stubs.
Building it up.
My pay stubs are not going to show that I can afford. You see, with all these lies, everybody, like so many people, try to get CPS involved, and they did. CPS thoroughly investigated my family.
I never called
They
them.
interviewed my children.
She may not have called them directly, but people were listening to her, and Nonsense played a clip of it the other day of her saying things like she could see Dre K-ing her kids. So yeah.
And they stopped by 3 different times. 3 different times.
I never called them.
Nobody ever. No, yeah, we don't do that shit.
My children, and
Oh.
they cleared my name.
Why can't she get an apartment?
Obviously, they know things that the internet doesn't.
Sell the
The
camper.
internet created this false narrative, and it blew up and took the internet by storm.
Get an apartment. Why do you need a house? Sell the
You have
camper.
Videos on me. Not once did anybody.
She's a total
This is
fraud.
what I plan to do a video.
I think she's a
about
fraud.
you. This is what's going on. You know, no, we're done. I would have talked to someone. I would have. If someone would have approached me and asked me from my side or my truth or what's really going on, then I would have shared that. But people didn't. The only person that asked me for permission to speak about me and my family was the Facebook or YouTube, the missing puzzle pieces. I was sent a personal message, and they sent me 3 different videos that was put together, and I was blown away. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Yes,
Yeah, sure.
you have permission to use my paid content to create these videos. It's the only person that ever asked me.
And I shot them all down.
That you.
I shot them all down.
About the abuse that took place. I'm not gonna. I am trying my best as a person. When I get off of this, like,
All right. What I assume, and I can say only assume, that the deleted comments that are getting.
Actually, I was in Dre's live and I got blocked for doing the face palm emoji because of her saying how the internet said that her kids were taking K and how it was actually Ginger. And her mods probably can't tell what are negative, sarcastic, or people getting ready to say something awful, so I'm not holding it against her. I didn't see anybody saying, why don't you sell the RV at all?
Deleted are people that are asking her, why don't you sell the RV? What about the house in Yuma? Why don't you get an apartment? These are real questions. What about paparazzi? and they're all getting shot down. I really think that she's asking for money under false pretenses. With Flava entitling this lawsuits, oh my, I haven't heard her say anything about a lawsuit. The thing is there's
no. She was live before. This is something else. She was live prior.
I don't think. Listen, I've been doing this for a long time, and I know a lot about lawsuits and defamation. She does not have money for lawsuits. And just so you know, it is almost zero. It's 1% to zero that a lawyer is going to take a case pro bono to prove.
She's not talking about lawsuits.
I'm talking. Justin, can you give me 1 second to finish my sentence?
Sure.
All right. Flava titled this lawsuit, oh my.
Mm-hmm.
It almost seems as if she's trying to say that she's looking to sue these content creators for defamation. That's never going to happen. We used what she gave us. She gave the public hundreds of thousands of people. What she gave us, of course, we're going to critique them, and we're all going to agree. And now she's still got an axe to grind with lies against Letitia. Letitia never put out where he was.
Okay.
Letitia's done nothing. You think this girl's got the money? Why isn't she answering?
Can I speak? Flava was live because she was talking about someone else, saying she was going to sue another creator. It has nothing to do with this.
So she wasn't talking about.
No.
All right. I thought she was talking about.
No, something completely separate.
She's talking about Rotten Crotch? Oh, God. All right. Thank you. Thank you for telling me.
I think it would be
It's not the truth coming from you.
providing me a safe place.
Don't tell me to listen.
For my girls.
Ever.
I'm responsible for their health.
See, that's why you're broke, you fucking idiot.
I need to make the income in order to keep providing. So I'm gonna
$500 on fucking water. You can make your own alkaline water with salt and fucking Arm & Hammer baking soda, just a pinch, you idiot.
because of how
Get an apartment.
are going to be.
Where's your house?
Or
It's sitting in the.
mom.
You will not get any sympathy from me. Yeah, look at her nails. Look at her nails.
Of what we feel, she still is.
You will not get nothing from me.
Isn't it funny how she says, even though that's her mom? Well, even though Letitia is Vaughn's mom, how about that?
Yeah, I'm the one with the 85,000
paid.
subscribers, and we have no sympathy for you, honey. 85,000 over here. 5,000 over here.
Why Vaughn's in the hospital and why this is so serious?
Lord mercy. I wonder who been abusing him, y'all. Everybody good in check, y'all. Y'all good in check.
Brown. Why is his heart rate doing this?
Hot, very hot, Justin, very hot.
And every day.
Yeah, you told us he's in a hellhole.
He is.
You told us he's being abused.
And it shows in the level of care that he.
Wait. What do you mean the level of care? You said he's got to get out of there.
Well, I think she said he got out of there.
Oh, God. Look at those tacky nails.
Do you guys want to hear?
Oh, wow, you're so happy.
Oh, hold on. I don't think I can.
Wow, look at those frosty nails. Wow, they're so
Do you
frosty.
guys want to hear?
Wait, we didn't call CPS on you. Are you forgetting, Miss Thing, that there were hundreds and thousands of people that were very angry at you? How are you going to point your finger at specific people? Fine, you can say, you know what? All right, for instance, you told, because I know you're watching this, whatever your name is, DreMcCray, you told Miss Wynette that you were pissed off at her because she talked to me and Justin. Fine. One could say that your angst is aimed at Justin and I, that maybe we're jealous that they didn't take your children away. We never called CPS, so no, we're not jealous of that. But I did sit here and say, I don't know how they're going to charge you with that. I also didn't sit here and think that you dragged your husband out of the house. I also
We never called her the N-word either.
not judging on how you put a noose on your husband's neck. There was no way that your frail little body, looking like the Crypt Keeper, could have done that. Why? Because I have common sense and a modicum of intelligence. You're not strong enough to do that because what you've done to your own body, nor are you smart enough.
You're strong enough to do CPR.
And you want to know something? What I think you are guilty of is not doing CPR. That's what I think that you are guilty of. But the thing is you have to deal with this for the rest of your life.
There was a part in the 911 call that concerned me because the dispatcher asks her where she's at. And she says, I'm in the backyard. He's in the shed. And then she goes, we're in the shed. And she corrects herself. And I wondered, how was she doing CPR? And then the 911 dispatcher kept having to encourage her, can we do some compressions and things like that? But I know that it's a shock probably caused her nerves. I've been in shock twice in my life. I do feel like I probably could have had a hard time following directions or doing something as physical as CPR for as long as she would have had to do it, based on the counts in the 911 call. But I also know, going back to something they said prior, that I listened and I stopped listening because I couldn't take it anymore. To them have panels and people go up and speculate on all the scenarios that could have taken place where Dre was more involved in the incident than what she really was. Trying to think of how to say that, where she could have taken him out there and gotten him up there and then made it look like she just found him like that. They had panels with people saying things like that. I know for a fact. I mean, I think they're all deleted or privated now, but that did take place. So maybe they didn't, but they incited such. I mean, look at the comment highlighted on the screen, for heck's sake.
Question at this point, and no, I never did a video in response to them not charging you because I had no reason to do one, and I have had no reason to talk about you. And yes, that upset some people as to why I never did a response as to why they didn't charge you. I was not shocked that they didn't charge you with anything because in the very beginning they said that they wanted to see how this was going to go, if he was going to die or what the state of his body was going to be in. I knew that did I expect him to pass away? I did. Did I hope he was going to pass away? I did. And some people might think that that was a little shameful or insensitive. Yes, but I would rather him go to heaven because I knew he was getting a ticket straight first class up into heaven than have to be on this earth and suffer the way that he is right now. And you can sit there on your high horse and say you're living your best life and how happy you are. But this man, in my opinion, is suffering the worst.
There's no quality of life.
And I know that you're as a life coach, you need to bring your delusions of grandeur down. I think you need to look up the definition of delusions of grandeur, read it, understand it, and know that no, we don't have delusions of grandeur. It is you, madame. And now you want to depend on others. Now, if people are foolish enough to believe that it is their responsibility to do this for you, well, then they're fools. In my opinion, you still have not answered why you have got an axe to grind with Letitia Bias. You lied on her tonight.
Her axe could be that Letitia popped up in this case, that's not even a case, this tragedy, and benefited from it and acted like she really wanted to have a part of his life or be a part of his life. And there's clips of Marvon saying simply, unequivocally, that she only shows up when she wants or needs something from his mouth.
And said that she gave everyone the address as to where Marvon Mccray is. That is a flat out lie. Nobody knew where Marvon Mccray was except for me and Justin. Wynette didn't even know where she was until what? Was it yesterday or the day before? Day before yesterday. This girl doesn't deserve a cent. She is lying. She's trying to butter up her fans. She neglected her little fan base for how many months? Since July? June or July. How many months? Even more than that. And charged them $10 a month. Gave them no updates. And when she gives them an update, it's for the public, all the people that weren't paying. She was unfair to them. And after all that she's done to her husband, I am reading her so well. That's why she hates me.
Well, you want to know the truth is Marvon did go home with DreMcCray. Do you want me to read it? Okay.
We will title it Imagine, a hypothetical and negative rendition.
She publicly said a couple days ago, imagine you want to get away, but you can't. Imagine being stuck in a marriage you want to leave, but you have a child. Imagine you decided that the only way out is to end it all. Imagine being in a hospital for months, and the only person that's over you is the one who tried to get away from. Imagine that they release you to go home, and the person that's over your care is the person that you tried to get away from. Imagine that the only person that says you're too much to take care of, so you end up in a nursing home. That is true. She gave up on him. Imagine you have a family that wants to care for you, but the person you tried to get away from says no.
Does anyone realistically see his mom moving out there to take care of him 24/7? Because I don't.
Imagine you just can't get away.
He's very disabled and he's alive. The fact that
watch your mouth.
That people say
if you don't watch your mouth, you won't be able to comment here.
I just think
and let me tell you something, honey. You want to be able to comment here. And let me tell you something, honey. You want to be able to comment here.
Take it with a big grain of salt because there's been so much misinformation that's been put about me.
Really?
Having a lawyer. Like that was the big deal. What is she guilty for? Why is she got a lawyer? Like what? I don't have a lawyer. But even if I did get one, it would be smart with the caliber and the extent of what was happening online, you know? Turn off invites for this
accidentally clicked that invite button when I was
Hopefully
watching Dre.
takes it away.
I never watched Facebook Live, probably 5 years ago.
Sigh.
Well, people are trying to accuse me of wrongdoing. It's
well, just remember that Letitia needed a lawyer to go see her
police
son.
Investigated me. They did all these things.